And we here, live in the flesh, Houston, Texas. For everybody that don't know, we got one of my day ones with my brother, one of my partners, sincerely, first guy to really do this on the internet, on the interview tip, my boy 3. For people that don't know who 3 is, he is also in the movie, independent Houston movie called Mean City, which is currently over 900 and probably like 25,000 views, almost there, road to 1 million, man. What's going on, man? How you feeling?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, I feel good, you know what I'm saying? Waiting on what you got to ask me, right? You know what I'm saying? And get to this interview.
All right,
I feel good though. Shout out to Mean City, shout out to all the actors that, you know what I'm saying, participated in the movie, because it wouldn't have been a movie without, you know what I'm saying, the actors, bro, and
most
your
definitely.
vision, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to your vision too, so.
Oh yeah, hey man, I appreciate it, bro. But like you just said, man, take y'all to make it possible. So
Right.
I appreciate it, and I appreciate you making time to come fuck with us, man, and spit some real Jews in here. You know what I'm talking about? That's what
For
this
sure.
is for. Platforms are for, exactly for that. You understand?
For sure.
So we're gonna have to start from the top, man. So since you played a character in Mean City, which is a Houston-based independent movie, I really feel like people, I feel like they get the impression you not from here, but they probably think you is. So for the people that's wondering, man, are you from Houston, Texas?
I am a Houstonian officially now, but I was born in Louisiana. I was born in Lafayette, Louisiana. I had some upbringing in Shreveport. I came down here to Houston middle school,
So
7th grade, you know.
So which one you had? You say you was born in Lafayette, but you was
Right.
raised in or you got some upbringing in Shreveport. So which one did you spend a majority of your time in? Like what city?
I spent more time in Lafayette. I ain't gonna lie. I spent a little more time in Lafayette. Shreveport, I get there when I can. I have family in both cities, so.
Okay, so explain. I ain't even cut you off. Just for people to get it clarified. So is Lafayette north or south? Is Shreveport? What's the? You know what I'm saying? Like, is that like it's like Shreveport or Dallas to Houston? Like, what side of
Right,
town?
Shreveport is closer. Shreveport like 2.5 from Dallas. Lafayette is in southern Louisiana.
Okay.
I say an hour from Baton Rouge. So so Lafayette is southern Louisiana, and Shreveport is up north. So it is 2 different cities. I ain't gonna lie, it's 2 different cities, but
Right.
nevertheless, Louisiana at the end of the day. So I do represent that as well, but I do acknowledge I am a Houstonian. I've been out here since 7th grade, so this is my second home. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely
I can say, hey, to be from the boot, man, I can definitely say you fit in the movie very well. I don't think you gave on a performance to where niggas like, you know, oh, he definitely came from out here. I think you fit in right, because a lot of people that we had in Mean City aren't from Houston. Also, we have some, you know, some people from New York, from Atlanta, you know, all over the, you know, states.
Right.
So I definitely feel like you did good with that. But how often do you go back to Louisiana?
Like I said, any chance I get, you know what I'm saying, if we got something going on out there, we'll slide back home, you know.
So
family missing you, you know, we go out there and kick it with the family.
Right. All right, so let me ask you this, man. It's always been I guess Texas and Louisiana are like cousins. They always been like kind of like I ain't gonna say rivals, but like I say, it's always next door. So what by you living in both, what would be the difference between Louisiana and Texas? You know, for the people, because it's always a debate about Louisiana with the cooking and all stuff like that. Just the people in general. So in your opinion, being on both sides, like what is the difference between Louisiana and Texas in your opinion?
Nah, it's just my opinion. I don't want to ruffle no feathers. I just feel like the difference is like it's not everybody, so don't nobody people. And that's another thing. People getting their feelings. Just my opinion. I'm not. Who am I to you for you to get in your feelings? But I just feel like by Texas being like Houston, by Houston being such a large city, it's more diverse. So you're gonna be a little more open-minded to different things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And by being diverse, you getting into different things. You know what I'm saying? Like meeting different people. Versus like Louisiana is small. It's a small city. I feel like the South is racist regardless. But for example, like the difference, like Louisiana is so small, so it's like if you get in an altercation with a person, you know what I'm saying, your days are numbered because you go run into them way faster than like Houston. You know, you got north, south, east. You know what I'm saying? You can get into a motherfucker and not even run across them for a couple years. Right. Versus, you know, Louisiana, like everybody know everybody, and it's easier for you to. It's like crabs in the bucket mentality. I'll say that. Right. It's crabs in the bucket. So, but I say on a good note, Louisiana people are the hospitality, bro. When they love, we love hard. But it's just that crab in the bucket mentality that so many people don't have. Right. Exactly. So it's hard to get good out of a person that, you know. Right. You know, you're dealing with it, you know.
Well, you know what? And speaking of that, man, it's a lot of talent, in my opinion. I feel like they come out of Louisiana and definitely with the rappers,
for sure.
But the crazy thing about it, man, it's a lot of Louisiana rappers that didn't been incarcerated, or should I say the South in general. So that just leads me to the next thing about what's going on, man. So, you know, how old are you, bro? Let's get that confirmed.
31.
Okay, 31. So you predominantly was born or raised in the 90s, right?
Yeah, 90s, baby.
Right.
So, yeah, 90s, baby.
Okay, so I can say when we was growing up, rap was it was more like Pac said, it was more like game. When you bought the CD, you listening to the shit to get knowledge, you know, for the people that didn't have the fathers, that didn't have the street game.
Right. For the black community especially, we have like broken families with no father, no big brothers, and so the music becomes the big brother, and or the music becomes the father, because you listening to all these niggas. So it'd be like I grew up, Ice Cube, Public Enemy, KRS-One, LL Cool J, Big Daddy Kane, all them niggas was my daddy, you know, because I ain't have none, and that's who I listened to know how to have big nuts, you know what I'm saying? Them the niggas who I gauge my nuts by. So if Cube was saying he was knocking this nigga off, and Kane was saying this and this is how you do a nigga, and LL was saying beat niggas like this, you grow up being, okay, that's fuck it. Fuck it. I got big nuts. I'm knocking niggas off. I'm not taking shit from the police. Cube told me this, the bitch is a bitch, and I'm not fucking with these hoes. You grow up and you get the lessons that you would have got from your daddy, but you're getting it from niggas because they got it from their daddy, and they spitting the game. So the game is the music.
Had a street game. Right. So with today's rap, you know, everybody is catching the body's the biggest thing. You know what I mean? So I want to get into that a little bit. So do you feel like this mentality of that worshiping, I ain't gonna say worshiping or idolizing murder, do you feel like do you feel like that's more of a South thing, or is just how times is now? Like how you feel like it, how do you think it got to that point right there?
I feel like I think when gangster rap came into play. Right. You know what I'm saying? Once people are intrigued to violence. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. People, you're intrigued to drama. Right. You know what I'm saying? So when that came into play, and by the so many OGs going to jail, you know what I'm saying, or dying, it ain't too much the guidance. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I feel like niggas do want to catch a body. These young niggas, they ain't no want to. They catching bodies. They you know what I'm saying? Right. They live in their raps, because that's the main thing. You got to live your raps. Everybody not living their raps. Let me correct myself. Everybody not living their raps, but for the most part, niggas want to live their raps. So catching the body is quote unquote the thing. Catch a body, but I feel like we should go back to, I like what they doing with the boxing thing.
Oh, most definitely.
Like what Snoop did with with Bosco and I forgot the guy he fought.
Right.
That could have got to some street shit, right?
Right, most definitely.
Cause they from Cali, it could have got on some street shit, but let's bring, you know, knuckling up back to the platform versus catching a body, cause a lot of niggas not built for prison.
And you know what? And I'm glad you said that. I think, matter of fact, RP Mo 3. I think
RP 3, bro.
Most definitely. I think he had made a statement. If I'm not mistaken, don't quote me, but I think he say like, okay, so you avoided a fight, you know what I'm saying, because you were scared or your pride was in the way you didn't want to do it. But now you done murked this nigga. Now you going to a place where all you got to do is fight. So you missed a 2-minute fight to be in prison for the rest of your life to fight forever. You feel me?
Pride. That pride of motherfucker, like it. You know what I'm saying? Like you not thinking in that moment. Like right. I can honestly say, like for me, I didn't got beat up. I didn't won fights. I didn't got jumped. I didn't. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like had my eye swole, whatever, etc. That come with fighting, but like Pop say, RP to what's his name?
What that was?
Pops from Friday.
Oh yo, John Witherspoon.
John Witherspoon. RP to him. But you live to fight another day.
When I was growing up, this was all the protection we needed. You win some, you lose some. But you live to fight another day.
Right. It's real. Like they ain't, I know a lot of people probably not really looking at the message in certain movies, but that was a real live message, bro. Like
the whole thing,
you live
right?
to fight another day. Like take that ass whooping. People gonna laugh at you, you know what I'm saying? Right. They go, you know. But so, you live to fight another day, bro.
So with that being said, man, with just go back to what you were saying with all the fights and shit you went through was
right.
I think everything started from the seed. So when you start getting into altercations as you got older, I'm assuming, was it something that that was naturally in you, or was something that you had to grow had to grow into you so far as just getting hard and just fighting and really, because you know, for a black man, bro, it's like that's the stereotype that we face. You know, we already got going in a world where we already hate it, and then you gotta prove your manhood through your
neighborhood,
right?
Your neighborhood you live in. So, man, shout out to my step pops, R.I.P. You know, he was a street cat. You know, and then like I said, coming from Louisiana, you know, everybody have problems. You know, either incarceration or drugs or, you know what I'm saying, but nevertheless he was a street cat and he was hands-on and he right. Go fight in a minute and he was good at it, you know what I'm saying, so he kind of got me out that shell early,
right?
You know what I'm saying, to, you know, you gotta stand on all 10 sometime because people gonna test you. I don't care
right.
care who you are, you're gonna be tested. They want to know, you know,
right,
what you got.
So with that being said, I mean, what's the best advice? Because this is what the platform is for. So what's the best advice you have for a young individual that don't have a pops, or pops is out of there and it's like all you got is mama and granny? You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the manhood of fighting, what is your outtake on just so far as fighting and just becoming a man? Like what do you feel about that topic and that subject?
I feel like, violence ain't gonna always get you out of every situation, but sometimes you might have to knuckle up. You know what I'm saying? Just stand on your own 10. You know, I'm 31, so I can't, you know, speak for the, you know, kids that's coming up in the sense of, hey, don't fight. You might have to fight. So right. At 31, nah, I choose not to fight. I'll talk to you before I fight you, but if it come down to that, you just gotta handle your business, man, and you know, hopefully you survive the fight. You know what I'm saying? Live to fight another day, because nowadays, you know, people not fighting no more, bro.
Exactly.
You know, they not. It's everybody got a gun,
right?
Everybody got a gun, so people not fighting no more.
Because you know, back in the '90s, it's like man, RP Nip too, man.
Right.
Like he say, man. Take you around the building, expose your rage. You know what I mean? Because that's how it really went. So, do you feel like it ever go back to fighting, or is it just some type of shit, or just basically you got to adapt with the society? Like it'll never go back to that. It's just gunplay. I mean,
they trying to get it back to that, but this new generation, man, it ain't like how we
Yeah.
how we came up in the 90s. In the 90s, you could fight I say your friend or your neighbor, and y'all squash it and be cool.
Right.
But nowadays, you know what I'm saying, like you say, pride or motherfuckers not taking no L. So you
Right.
could have just
And you know what? And
gave him a fair one, and
it's still, you know what I mean?
you know what I'm saying?
Still wasn't enough on the cool.
Yeah, it still wasn't enough.
But you know what? Speaking on that topic, man, I feel like we need to talk about emotions, because I think I'm big on roots, and I feel like all this shit stems from a root. So with all these, go back to all this shit we talking about catching bodies. Do you feel like that come from that motherly? Because you know what they saying is a lot of these niggas are emotional because they was raised by women. So if you raised by women, it's like naturally you thinking balling your fist, tightening your jaw is gonna solve the problem. But is it more emotion? Do you feel like this murder shit is coming from emotion, or because niggas are raised by women, or is it more of like niggas are misguided? You know what I mean? They searching for it.
Nah, it's a little bit of both. It's like, yeah, a lot of fathers not in the home. You know, a lot of fathers go to prison, especially in the black community, Hispanic community.
Did you have your father growing up?
Nah, I ain't have my biological father, man. I met my biological father one time.
How was that?
It started out cool. I know, and I was like 16 when I met him, 15, going on 16.
Mm-hmm.
And so from the time I realized he wasn't there, I had to been by 6, 7. You understand? Your daddy not, your daddy not around. So I'm gonna say from 6 to 14, 15, I'm like, if I ever meet him, back to the knuckle up. I'm gonna beat him up. That was my mentality. When I see him, I'm gonna beat him up.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Did that mentality come from just anger him not being there, or did it come from the mother's side, like your mom's talking about him?
Nah, I can honestly say my mama never really talked about the man. So it's just the absence.
Right.
Why my anger and my frustration, because the absence, because that was the thing, like I say, coming up in the black community, a lot of fathers not in the home, so you feeding out the energy from another.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Another, either a cousin or a homeboy that ain't got their father, so it's like, you feeding out that energy, so you know it ain't right.
Right.
You feel me? You know it ain't right, so it's like.
And that's crazy, because it's like, it's kind of like the blind leading the blind, man. You have such, and that's why I try to make these movies based on the urban community, because it's not like we glorify this black ignorance or black violence and shit, but it's like
it's the reality.
You have a gang of individuals, young individuals, black individuals. Everybody's trying to guide everybody. So with that being said, like, I feel like we need to embrace having fathers, man, because a lot of people get judged about where they from in their household. So, like I said, to go back to that, I'm saying that to say this. You said you had your step pops, but like, did that make a difference? Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's a good question. In the sense of, you know what I'm saying, he was a male figure because he was in and out of jail. You know what I'm saying? He was in and out of jail as well. So it's like he was absent. So you know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like I'm getting a lot of game from. I always like to hang around older kids. Right. Coming up. Right. And that's Louisiana and Texas. Wherever I lived there, I always kind of hung around older kids. So it was like, getting the game from them. Right. You know what I'm saying? But it made a difference, but also I still felt alone in the sense of the father figure. You know what I'm saying? A real live male figure. Nah, I don't feel like I had a male figure really growing up. I'm gonna be real.
So with that being said,
not 100%.
So you basically say like you raised yourself.
My mama raised me because she's a woman, but
on a man though.
On the male level, man, I'm gonna say shit. Like you say, we '90s babies, so the music was different. So a lot of music raised me. Pac raised me. Master P them. You know what I'm saying? Certain movies. Right. You feel me? Mama did what she could, you know what I'm saying? But she's not a man, so just going out there bumping my head and, just learning from other people's mistakes. Most definitely. That kind of molded me.
Okay,
You know?
and you know what? And that goes back to what we was talking about the '90s. How we buy these albums and watch these movies. I know me personally, Boys in the Hood. I learned all my when it came to rap. It was Face. It was Street Military. It was all the Houston guys and Cube and all them. Of course, the Pac. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I say that to say this, man. That goes into this definition called real. You know what I mean? It's so many terminologies. I want to ask you personally, what is your definition of real? From how you know it and how it is now. What is your definition? And then speak on that a little bit more.
One word, fake. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like real is so watered down now, bro. I feel like everybody want to be the realest, and I'm real. Like, you know what I feel is authentic? Think about it. In the 90s or even now, maybe still would go on. Your nickname. Who
Right.
give you your nickname?
Your mom, so your family.
Or the people.
Your family.
The people give you your nickname. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? The people stamp you or what you are. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
it's like, if the people not saying you real,
You're not real.
you're not real.
Damn, that's a hell of a way to put it. Cause
You know what I'm saying? Because the people go stamp you.
yeah, because
You stamping yourself, man, look, man, the people go stamp you.
right, most definitely.
And when you got the people,
You know what I'm saying? You can really run.
think
some
about
shit.
it. I don't really recall Pac screaming he was the realest.
Right,
Too much. He probably said it. Don't quote me.
Right.
I go back, listen to a lyric. You probably heard Pac say I'm the realest.
right.
But my knowledge, I watched Pac interviews. You didn't really hear Pac say he was real.
Right,
The people stamped him.
right.
You didn't hear Pac say he was.
Yeah, because I think it was more of a passion thing too, like the passion of what he was doing.
Right.
You could tell it was authentic. It wasn't nothing that was made up.
Right.
And speaking of made up, going back to the movie Mean City, how much is that character that you played really you? How authentic is that? Like that character you played?
Smoking, that's me. 100%. 100%, that's me. I'm a gangster part. I never call myself a gangster. You know what I'm saying? That was a character. Like, I ain't on no. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna handle mine. Let's don't get it
most
twisted.
definitely.
I'm gonna handle mine
Most definitely.
accordingly. But that was a character.
Yeah, as a character.
You know what I'm saying? That was a character.
Was it hard to get into character?
I mean, nah, cause it's like Mean City. We ain't strangers of that. We
Right.
understand what Mean City mean, cause in this country, I feel like it's mean cities everywhere. So everybody can relate to that.
Right.
Cause we done been in situations to understand like how it go.
Right.
Am I a gangster? Is that me? Shit, I guess you gotta see.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
Right.
to me, I feel like you put in certain situations go bring that gangster out of you.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I guess it kind of was me in a sense, but not 100%.
Right.
You know?
Right. It was just something, yeah, because a lot of characters get that, man. A lot of characters that we have, even with day to day, a lot of people have that perception of that's who you really are. So it's like when you step outside, it's like, okay, this is three. You know what I'm saying? Or this is Neezy. I know Neezy definitely get it.
Right.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I just don't know if you get it. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I don't, man. Look, man, I'm humble.
Right.
I don't want no smoke.
Right.
I don't want no smoke, but if the person want the smoke, that's how it go. And it's always been like that all my life. I don't go choose trouble. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of fights. You know what I'm saying? Put in a lot of situations, but
okay, let me ask you that. Did you feel like you put yourself in them situations, or them situations came to you? This is just for the purpose of kids that's going through the same shit.
50-50.
50-50?
50-50.
Okay.
Because when you hang around a lot of people sometimes, that's how it go.
Right.
But I thank God, like, I went through it, like, my early stages, not my adult stages. You know what I'm saying? I went through it, you know what I'm saying, middle school, high school shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You still trying to find yourself. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, trying to find themselves. We ain't 100% know what we are, what we trying to do in life. So once I figured out, like, it builds character, but you also understand like who to hang around.
Right.
Who to, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know what's gonna come with hanging with this person.
Right.
You know, you gotta fight, you know. They feisty, they go, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They on their rah-rah shit, so you know, you just gotta watch your surroundings.
Type shit.
Right.
Okay. Now, another topic I want to jump on is and as of 2021, I feel like this is the biggest time that I've seen it that entrepreneurship is at its highest, and everything is black owned, or should I not even say black? Everything's a business now. Everybody want to get business. So gentrification, I think that's how you pronounce it. We've been seeing a lot of that in history. Do you feel like that's something designed for white people to keep black people from owning stuff, or is it? Do you feel like it's sincere? Is what I should say. You know what I'm saying? Do you think it's like to keep us in the bucket, or is it really sincere? Like you trying to build shit to put, you know, to rebuild the community type.
Gentrification. It's what happens when the property value of a certain area is brought down. Huh? You listening? Yeah. They bring the property value down. They can buy the land at a lower price. Then they move all the people out, raise the property value, and sell it at a profit.
If that makes any sense.
All right, for one thing about it, all right. America is a corporation. You know what I'm saying? It's been that.
Right.
You know, slavery was big business. Jim Crow, all that's big business. You know what I'm saying? Racism, that's big business for America, because that's what it was built off of. Right? So, truly owning, like land and all that, I don't think it's possible.
You don't think so?
Nah, not truly. Not on American soil. So, gentrification that's their game. That's like Monopoly. I feel like, you know, the wealthy come, you know what I'm saying, act like they revamping the hood or whatever the case is, but it's all part of their game, you know what I'm saying? So I think we just got to get more educated on it in the sense of trying to own some shit, but my opinion, man, I'm not the philosopher, and you know what I'm saying, I'm not the spokesperson for gentrification or trying to, you know, guide people or whatever, but I just feel like, you know, it's all a game.
It's all a game?
It's all a game, so of course they gonna make sure they pockets fill. So they gonna make money off the hood, they gonna do that.
Right.
They gonna always do that.
And on another note, man, we definitely have to talk about this Sha'carri Richardson situation. She didn't make it to the Olympics due to this marijuana thing, and we all know. I don't know what the white female name was, but she denied being on steroids and got no press. But you know, the black woman got all the press, got burnt and everything. I definitely want to tap in and see what kind of outtake you got on that.
You know, my opinion on it, you know what I'm saying, I don't think they try to stereotype weed like only, you know, blacks or Hispanics, you know, partake, but I feel like the world partake because, you know, my opinion, God put this here for us,
right,
for the world, you know what I'm saying, because some people don't abuse it's not a drug, don't nobody abuse the herb. Some people need it for, you know, medical reasons.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But in her case, I feel like, I heard somebody say this, man, I don't know his name. He was on All the Smoke with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. And he said, at the end of the day, she broke a rule.
Right.
I agree with him. She's guilty of breaking a rule because she knew the rule.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's no enhancement drug.
Right. It's
not an enhancement.
Right. You
feel what I'm saying? Right now I ain't smoking, but I'm a smoker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I love weed. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like, yeah, she knew what the circumstance. She just lost her mom.
Right.
You gotta understand, everybody deal with stress differently. You know what I'm saying? She just lost her mom, and she's still trying to cope with that. At the same time, trying to, you know,
because I
running
really,
this race.
I really feel like
you know what I'm saying?
I really feel like at this point, like weed is it's been exposed so much to where it's actually broken down as a legal thing. Obviously, you know what I'm saying?
Look at Michael Phelps,
Right,
the swimmer. They
Right.
knew he was smoking.
right.
Man, he had got Subway deals.
All
You know what I'm saying? Nobody he had got a little press, but they wouldn't treating him like how she got treated. I just feel like man, weed is not a big deal, man. It's a stress reliever. Like I say,
Right.
some people need it for like physical, medical reasons. I was watching one documentary. The kids was happy that the dad was prescribed weed because he had a joint condition.
Right.
So his joints and everything would lock up until he got that joint.
Right.
His joints would lock up until he got a joint. You know what I'm saying? So when he smoked, his joints would relax, his body will relax. So weed is not all negative. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear a lot of cases motherfucker high on weed and when do some dumb shit. You hear about motherfucker on, and I partake in this right here, but you hear about motherfucker get full of this right here and do some dumb shit. So weed is not as bad as everybody make it seem,
Right.
It's not. It's not.
So
Shout out to her. I feel like she's a hell of a runner. I just recently got on her.
Right.
I can say I am a low-key fan. I'm not really the big track fan. I'm more of basketball, but she run her ass off. She went to LSU. And I feel like this not going to hold her back. It just was a lesson. She know, when you're not running, you can smoke your weed. You know what I'm saying? But when you got a competition, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, she just lost her mama. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody tell nobody how to cope with that.
Right.
Can't nobody tell nobody how to cope with that.
Well, speaking of that, you know what I mean? Shout out to her once again.
Right.
But to stick to the marijuana topic, what do you feel about the capitalism on marijuana? So everybody has a strand, everybody has some kind of endorsement. So what is your take? Do you see yourself getting involved in that industry?
I definitely would love one day. You go see me one day. You know what I'm saying? I definitely would love to get into the marijuana
like family,
whole
like
organization. You know what I'm saying? I would love to get into that. I'm waiting on Texas to make it legal, man. We got all this land. Texas big as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, let's make it like Texas. Like, get off, because you know what it is? There's a lot of old heads that's still in office.
Right.
That you gotta push them out. But it's a Republican state, I get it. At the same time, it's a new wave, man. Like, if we could sell this in Texas, and how many drunk drivers we could sell liquor in Texas. How many drunk drivers? We see the shit. I see the shit when I'm on 45, and they'll show a bulletin of how many deaths each year on drunk drivers. You know what I'm saying? We still promote alcohol. But when it's playoff time, sports,
right?
Sponsored by Hennessy, sponsored by
most definitely
Corona, sponsored by Bud Light, Budweiser, etc., etc. How many Bud Lights and how many Hennessy's and tequilas and all that can kill somebody?
Right.
So you can sponsor this supplement that's or drug or whatever you want to call alcohol. You can sponsor it, and then it's a reason for a lot of deaths.
Right.
Man, legalize marijuana, man.
And you know what? Because I'm a drinker myself now. To speak on the liquor, somebody had brought up a point. They was like, liquor is more of a demon, because that's why you think when you go to these stores, sometimes you see spirits.
Sometimes it is what it is. It's, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no sometimes it's what it is. It's spirits. You know what I'm saying?
So it's safe to say you pick the marijuana over the drink.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
They could.
Man, speaking of that, man, what's good, man? Like let's elaborate on this a little bit more, man. At all these strands and all these people that's doing it, why does Snoop not have his own strand? What do you like?
Snoop got a strand.
He got one.
Now I don't know what he doing on the backfield, or you know, I don't know him personally. I don't know him, so, but I feel like by him being, cause let's be clear, Bob Marley,
right,
was the face of marijuana for us,
right,
right, for us. Teacher Chong was the face for the Hispanics,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
That type shit.
Bob Marley was the face for us, and then Snoop,
right,
and then Wiz.
And then,
I feel like they should, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm pretty sure they have black-owned dispensaries or marijuana companies, or you know what I'm saying? Jay-Z got one.
Right.
You know, I see, you know, different, you know, but I feel like by him being the face, yeah, he could be, you know, a big deal. You know what I'm saying? But
for real.
That might not be his passion. It's like, for example, I like to cook.
Right.
People be pushing me to, man, go to a restaurant, go, man, you need to do something with it. That's just a hobby of mine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, that's just a hobby, but you know, at the same time, like, it might be something there. I don't know.
Right.
But maybe Snoop not, because he is a businessman. Can't nobody knock that. Yeah, he ain't been in this game that long.
Right.
For no reason. You know what I'm saying? He is a smart person, but I feel like, yeah, on that weed tip, he could be. Yeah. Unless he's just not broadcasting it. Like I said, I don't know him personally. Right. I have to do my research. You know
on
what
that shit. Right. So, with that being said, to backtrack a little bit, to go back to Mean City, because that was one of the first films that ever come out to sacrifice yourself.
Right.
Do you feel like acting is a hobby for you? Do you see yourself doing it more? Or is it one of them things where you tried it, but it wasn't what you was all coked up to be?
Nah, I definitely got to salute you because you brought me out my shell, you know.
Right.
There's always been, you know what I'm saying, we met off entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real. We met off Pac. You always was into movies, so I got on social media. I had a MySpace back in the day. When that fell off, I ain't no Twitter, no Facebook, no Instagram until I want to say 2017. Right. So it was like I was late on Instagram for real. Right. Because I'm not no camera nigga. I don't be
right.
You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't so bad. I know, like I say, I'm not a camera guy. I wasn't you know what I'm saying? I guess you could say camera shy.
Right.
Anybody that know me, they might give you, oh, he a shy person or he not shy.
Right.
So it just depends on the circumstance. You know what I'm
but
saying?
You know what? My bad. yeah.
Nah, I definitely could see myself getting back on camera. I'm glad I did it. It was a new experience for me, but it was fun. Right. You know what I'm saying? It was fun. And like I say, shout out to all the actors that was in all the projects. You know what I'm saying? Because without the actors, you don't have a film.
Yeah, you don't have a base.
You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta shout out the director, shout out the cameraman. You know what I'm saying? Because if he ain't shooting, you know what I'm saying, it ain't no movie. So everybody, you know what I'm saying, you need everybody. And that's one thing we gotta understand. Everybody needs somebody.
Yeah, and speaking of that, it's a big mentality of this getting out the mud shit. Everybody wants to use that line. Everybody wants to do it.
They want to feel like they ain't need nobody.
Yeah, but in reality, like, who the fuck embraced that? When did it become cool not to have help? You see what I'm saying?
See, people gotta go back to, it ain't about what you know, it's who you know.
Goddamn right. I feel like
you know what I'm saying. So
it's not being taught.
You know what I'm saying. So it ain't always about what you know, it's who you know. It ain't about you using the person, but utilizing the person.
Right. There you go. I like that.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
You're utilizing their talent or their information to get yourself ahead, and you do the same for the next person. That way you ain't doing it in vain.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That way you ain't doing it just, you know what I'm saying, to be selfish. You're doing it to uplift the next person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, at the end of the day, like what you said, will I get back in the project? Yeah, I would, for sure. I definitely would, man. It definitely was. It wasn't always smooth. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
But that's how it go though.
Right.
That's how it go. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you might not understand the person's vision.
Right.
But I'm here for the cause. You know what I'm saying? Sacrifice for self.
Most definitely.
Merch on the way. Let's do a little promo. You know what I'm saying? Look, merch on the way. This a one-on-one. You ain't gonna see nobody with this one though. But merch on the way. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Hats, socks.
And shout out to T, man, Tommy from Atlanta, man.
Shout out to Tommy, bro. That's our brother. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. He make it possible also.
Right.
We give him the vision and he ship it back here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Legit shit. And back to when you say black owned, this is how you create black owned or entrepreneurship. You know what I'm saying? We just trying to be young entrepreneurs. Right. So when we get in our 40s, we ain't doing the same thing we was doing in our 30s.
And you know what? And the way that's helped, and the way that you help get that out is social media. But it's always a flip side to the social media thing. This shit run the world nowadays, man. Without this phone, life ain't really what it ain't shit really no more without this phone. So to go back to the social media shit, man, it just go back to what we was talking about, man. It's like everything is based on the phone. So I definitely feel like that's a 50-50 thing. It's good, but it's not good because now you have kids that's growing up on the phone.
They exposed to too much.
Right.
They exposed to too much.
Right. So by them being exposed to too much, I mean, where do we go from here, man? Because I don't see this shit, like they say life is a cycle, but I don't see too much change because if you're growing up not having any guidance, but every time you get on the gram, you see niggas fighting, killing each other and all this type thing, it's like that becomes idolized. So, what's your outtake on social media nowadays through relationships, all that shit, man?
I'm going to say this, social media compromise a lot.
Right.
Relationships, people make social media the guideline of their life.
Right.
They compare.
Right.
Man, I heard Cardi B say the realest shit. A female not gonna post when she got a yeast infection.
Right.
You heard? She not gonna post when, basically, you ain't gonna post when it's bad. Your lights off, kids starving. You ain't gonna post that. But then again, people do flip it and post it for the sympathy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like social media. Not social media. The internet is the devil.
The devil.
The internet is the devil.
But check this out. Okay, that's cool.
But I feel like social media do compromise relationships. It do because how I'm trying to say it is like you're so exposed to so much.
Right.
Whether it's temptation on both ends.
Right.
Male or female. Whether it's social media create a lot of jealousy.
Yeah, because and speaking of that, so that's like, this is what I'm saying. So basically, that's why I say life is so different now, because you get on the internet and you can become whoever the fuck you want to be, and the world will believe it. You see what I'm saying?
But
like
the people in your city know what it is.
Yeah.
But the world will believe it.
And I think a lot of youth is all twisted in that because yeah.
You know what would be so fucked up when it comes to social media? Shit be like this, like you see a motherfucker shot.
Right.
They go straight to Instagram Live
and just
Facebook Live.
That shit is crazy.
Instead of really trying to save this person.
And that's what I'm saying.
You go straight to the web and it's like, nigga, call 911, help this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's like it do make the youngsters it's raising the youngsters, man. I'm gonna say that. It's
that's
raising
crazy.
the youngsters, man.
And you know what?
The youngsters, bro.
And that's why I feel like as entertainers, They have the most. They
got a big responsibility that they don't want to pick up their responsibility.
Exactly.
Well, don't watch me. That's the That's the number one thing people say. If you don't like what's going on my page, don't watch it. I agree. I get you.
Right.
But the people that's watching, man, give them something positive, bro.
But see,
give them something positive.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Entertainment is not positivity.
I don't feel like, nigga, I don't feel like kids should have an Instagram no way.
No shit.
Facebook,
right.
Man, you don't need to be on that.
Right.
You don't need to be on that because it's too much grown content that's on the web.
But then you know what? It goes back to just raising yourself. Cause I like to always say this, man. A lot of people are raised off of survival and not love. So when you raised on survival, there's no and I want to speak on that too. I think it's a lot of kids, like you see these young niggas that's getting all this money, and you look like how do they get this money, or how do they get the position? But it's like, I think about it, when you're raising yourself,
you'll be intrigued.
It's like it's no boundary. Who gonna tell you to go inside? Who gonna tell you to go to school?
Man, that's crazy. I'm gonna tell you a story, bro. I had to been about, I'm gonna say about 15, 16. I'm gonna say, yeah, about 15, 16.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Lafayette for the summer.
Okay.
My cousin, my big cousin's stepson, this was his stepson at the time. He was off the porch.
Right.
He was off the porch. Me, I was more conservative, you know what I'm saying? Want to listen to mama, whatever. He was more off the porch.
Mm-hmm.
And I was out there. Anybody that know me, anybody that watching, they know who I am. They already know what time it is with me.
Right.
But he was off the porch, and he came in the yard. He was doing this thing in the neighborhood. He came in the yard, and my cousin daddy, my big cousin daddy,
mm-hmm.
asked the little nigga for some money.
Right.
Little nigga had to be my age. He had to be about, if I was 16, 17, I'm gonna say if I was 16, 17, the nigga had to be about 18, 19 maybe.
Right.
He asked, now my people, like I say back home, everybody got drug problems, whatever. My cousin daddy, you know what I'm saying, he asked the little nigga for some change. Nigga pull out a bankroll. My mama right there, she see my eyes got big, like,
right.
Damn, like, she told me, like, don't think about it. Don't
right.
do it. Because she know he hustling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She know he hustling, but we are intrigued
mm-hmm.
by that.
Right.
So it's easily influenced when a nigga got a bankroll. You gonna listen to a nigga got a bankroll versus your parents.
Of course. Because at the end of the day,
you feel me?
It's power, man.
Right.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? What come with the bankroll?
Right.
What come with the bankroll? The clothes, the cars, the women, the et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
So I don't know. It was a funny story.
No, it's because I like to elaborate on this type of shit because it just go back to social media. When you see social media, like for example, we see Sauce Walker right now in Texas. He got to be one of the top three with a large amount of money in the city, and it's like, I know people look at him like, damn, how's he getting all this money? But it's like, I feel like he always elaborate on now he don't always elaborate on it, but he speaks every now and again he speaks on his background of why he's like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or what makes him push. And I feel like that's what kids do nowadays. What they do is they idolize what's going on the YouTube
right.
and this fucking internet shit, and that's what's raising them.
Right.
And it's hard to steer from that. That's why I say the world has changed. You know what I'm saying? But on top of that, on the flip side of it, with these cameras, we see Black Lives Matter. We see police brutality through this shit. So, with that being said, do you feel like that's appropriate to show in a sense? Or is it something that needs to be...
Man, I just had a convo, man. With some older cats, man. And I was just telling them, yeah, I had a convo with my big dog. And I could feel I could tell they wasn't agreeing with me, bro, but think about this, man. You don't see viral videos of any other race but who?
Blacks.
You don't see no viral video of them killing Asians, Hispanics, etc., etc.
So what's the bigger picture?
We don't have no... We already been stripped of our background.
Right.
We won't have nobody to save us. And I heard this before too, and I agree. I heard this before, so I agree with when they said that. So we don't have no one to save us. Like, think about it. If the cops kill multiple Asians, what the outcome of that to be?
Asians come together.
No, motherfucker, China go drop that bomb. You feel me? Like, no, real shit. Like, think about if they was slaughtering Middle Easterns in here. Like, they treat them good. When even Taliban, like when they arrest them, I ain't gonna say treat them good. Don't quote me. I don't know how they treat them, but they ain't knocking them off in America like that. And if they are knocking them off, it ain't on tape.
So with that being said, you trying to illustrate that blacks are not a threat.
They feel we not a threat, and I'm not saying
it's threat and knowledge, because I know it can't be strength. Because it ain't
strength. It's education. It's not
right.
Education when it comes to. I ain't talking about American education. I'm talking about knowing who we are and knowing our strengths.
Right.
Because I feel like they know our strengths.
Right.
We don't.
Right.
We don't know our strengths, bro. Because at the end of the day, like I say, violence ain't always the answer. But when you go to war, you get answers.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So sometimes violence is the answer.
Right.
So with that being said, not saying that we want violence. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I be like, fuck the police.
Right.
For real, for real.
Right.
Do they mean us justice? Not all the time.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Are they good cops out there? Y'all gotta stand up.
Right.
People be like, oh, they good cops. They gotta stand up.
But they
gotta police the police. Right? The good cops gotta police the bad cops, right?
Man, you know what? And you know what makes white people so I guess you could say so intimidating in a way, because they have a hidden agenda. I think it's been mapped out from the beginning for any Jim Crow laws, even to getting bucked. And I think you spoke on that.
Yeah, that bucking situation, man. Yeah, like, that's a real thing.
Right.
That's a real thing. Like, bucking is, for those who don't know, bucking is you breaking. They did this back in the day during slavery. You breaking the biggest male slave. So if you break him down, and bucking is, look, what rhyme with bucking? Fucking.
Right.
You fucking this male slave in front of the whole tribe.
Right.
And he was something in their tribe. He was big dog in their tribe, right?
Right.
Because if you stole them,
right,
he was big dog over there, wherever you took him from, right?
Had to.
So when you break him down, bucking could be you fucking him, you beating him, you doing all horrific, and you doing all this fucked up shit to him in front of everybody. Everybody gonna follow suit.
And you know what? The crazy thing is, bro, they it's crazy that we speak on these topics that a lot of people don't want to hear it. I know that we talking about it, they don't want to hear this shit.
Man.
But at the end of the day, you got to think about it. That's why it's so much. The visual of a movie has so much power. For example, like Django, we think there was some entertaining shit, but they was fighting for their fucking life over a beer, man. Just to get slayed. I'm using you, man. Look
that
here.
one scene, yeah.
And let me tell you, man, it's been going on since the beginning of time, since Black Fist. I'm a real movie fanatic. Like, I really do my research, and bro, it's like it's so many jewels in these movies that we overlook, and that's why I say I feel like it's a hidden agenda, because they know what's going on too. And I said to say this, long live Nip, because I think he's one of the only person that elaborate on it. The spook that sat by the door.
Right.
I'm really surprised that they made a movie. That was in 1973, I believe, because what it was a black guy from Chicago that was with the CIA.
Right, infiltrated CIA. Right.
And he brought it back to the neighborhood. And see, those are things that they don't want to put it out there, but they still put out there, because everything comes from something. Even a fucking alien, it comes from something.
Come on now.
You know what I mean? So we definitely got to watch what we put on the social media.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So.
Right.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Nah, and speaking on that, watching what you put on social media, like, let's go back to the rappers. Bro, to me, you know what cool is?
What's that?
Provide for your family. You know what gangster is? Making sure they ain't starving. Not paying all the bills on some sucker shit. I'm saying provide for your family.
Right.
Making sure they safety is secure.
Right.
Right?
Right.
How is their safety secure if you're in jail?
Right. That's that.
And you the breadwinner, right?
You know.
So now you the breadwinner. Now when we're going back to social media. Why social media is fucked up? You want to be so cool.
Mm-hmm.
You want to post your guns, your pounds, your pills. Nigga, they got people, like, cops are watching that. Especially if you're a known name.
Right.
Stop thinking that social media is you going through your phone, nobody can, like, they can see this shit, bro, and they are indicting niggas off of that, right?
Man.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't sold no dope.
Right.
I ain't sold no dope. Y'all sold, look, weed, look, ounces, that ain't dope, bro.
Right.
The dope game is dead, kids.
Yeah.
It's dead, for real, for real. Because a nigga go like technology, you cannot. So when you post shit, your guns, you already rapping about the shit. Now you go post the shit. Guess what?
And you know what?
They coming.
They coming. What is gangster, man?
See, I'm not a gangster, so.
What is your definition of a gangster? And I say, and it goes back to what the question we asked: what's the definition of real?
Code.
Code.
Code. Integrity. You know what I'm saying?
Principle.
Principle. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. These niggas don't have principle, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas is like, ain't no more OGs.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no more structure.
Right. Structure. That's definitely good.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like, why so many senseless killing? Because back in the day, nigga, you couldn't touch that nigga without getting the word.
Right.
From the big dog.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying? You couldn't just go wild out and go in that territory without,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Without the OG saying it was okay. You know what I'm saying? A lot of real OGs was like, go to school, get your education. Because they needed smart niggas on their team.
Right.
Why they want a bunch of dumb niggas? Because they need niggas to know how to count this money and know how to let the business, be at a flow. So
right.
They was always big on education.
Right.
This new generation, like, fuck school, they ain't trying to.
And you know what? It goes back to fucking it goes back to the race shit.
Organized.
Back in the day, the mafia, it was all organized crime. That's
organized.
What they called. It was a say so. It was you take the person until they get groomed and go to that next level.
Right.
Now, it's not in that nature, and the reason why we have to speak on it because it go back to the race shit, like you just said. All they show is blacks getting fucked over.
Right.
They don't ever show nothing else because they feel like knowledge-wise we don't have it. We don't
because
have it.
They know.
That's why it goes back to the gangster shit.
They know. All we go do is go march, protest, hoot and holler.
Right.
Bro, even if they killed 5 Asians and it went viral. Bro,
and you know what it goes. They're
not gonna do that.
And it goes back to the beginning of time.
Know.
It goes back to the beginning of time. The Emmett Till wasn't the first one, bro. That was probably the first one.
That was just
publicized,
go viral.
Right, and then and I had a big thing with Trayvon Martin. I feel like that's cool. Everybody's stumping, but how long y'all gonna stump? It just hype. A lot of people jump on the hype, and it goes to George Floyd, and I need your outtake,
I'm
man.
Gonna say
What's with the verdict with that? How do you feel about that? Do you feel like he's gonna still get it easy, or what do you feel about the verdict of him actually getting sentenced?
They definitely, what they gave him, like 30? What they gave him?
Something like that.
Something like that. Why was it life? He took a life.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Why didn't they give him life? Because he have the possibility of parole. So whatever percentage he have to go do, he go do it with protection.
Right.
He ain't gonna be in general population.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they know them them niggas in jail probably will kill him before the street niggas would.
Right.
Because if they release this nigga right now, he gonna be another George Zimmerman.
Speaking of him, he still, you know what, bro? And
this nigga done beat his girlfriend up. This nigga done multiple mug shots.
And you know what?
They not gonna touch him.
And it go back to what we said, man, about principle. Like I say, long live Nip. And when we say that, man, we not picking sides. We not picking sides on no gang shit.
We just speaking what it is.
Because he said some real shit. He was like, hey, man, Right is right, wrong is wrong.
Wrong is wrong, right is right, bro. That's what I grew up on. Niggas that love me, bro, gonna tell me, bro, you was wrong.
Right.
All right, don't tell me that in public. Wait till we get back to the hood. I might set off a melee, and niggas gonna fight with me. But when we get back to the hood, bro, that was bullshit. Don't do that. You gonna get us in a wreck.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't justify, like you say, like if your partner do something out of pocket, your family member, yeah, at home I'm finna get on your ass. But you know, in public, like, you know, I'm still riding for you. But we gotta understand, man, we gotta bring it back to the structure of principle with us blacks. You know what I mean?
Right.
I really feel like that.
Right. And by you saying that, like, that's real talk, like, in the sense of this the one line that they have over us, bro, when they come to when we say Black Lives Matter and they say police brutality, right? The number one line they always say, well, what about black on black crime? Right? So we gotta stop that. We gotta really if you got that much animosity, I know it's hard to come back from it. If a nigga already killed your relative, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to come back from that.
Right.
But at the same time, before it get to that, man, go on knuckle up.
Nope.
If you gotta get violent with somebody, I'd rather y'all go on fight.
But you know
Let's
what?
organize it. Like man, I might be saying his name wrong, man. He from here. Man. I follow him on Instagram and everything, man. He be organized fights out here, man.
I don't know, but I heard of
know, man, shout out to him if you watching. I don't know your name, bro, off the head, but him. He trying to organize fights out here, man. When cats have beef, man, go on get in the ring.
Right.
We go put your headgear on, we go gloves, go on get in the ring, get your frustration out. Cause once you, bro, tell me this. I dib and dabble working out. Right? I ain't fully committed. I'm trying to be.
Right.
I dib and dabble working out, right? Nigga, when you go work out, for real, and you sweating, nigga, you don't know what you was stressing about.
Right.
It's gonna relieve that stress. So when you in the ring and you fighting them niggas, no, it's gonna relieve that stress, bro.
You know what?
It's gonna relieve it. And nobody died.
Right. I feel like that is a good result, but in my opinion, I don't think shit gonna change. I think these murders gonna happen forever. And not even on no hope thing, but like I said, it's something like Ply said back in the day, man. It's like, you know, y'all wanna change the verdict instead of raising athletes and rappers and entertainers, raise the lawyers. Cause that's what's gonna change, the lawyers, the politicians. I feel like if blacks get into that more, maybe we'll have a chance, because at the end of the day, man, you gotta understand, we don't like getting out of our comfort zone, bro. And I think comfort zone is really was causing a lot of shit to fuck up, because you don't want to step outside that box.
And
you know what I'm saying?
We just want to make our kids rappers and ball players and acting too, entertainment.
Right, but see,
we just want to push them for entertainment. We don't push them for being creative.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like creating something.
Right. You know, and speaking on all the topics that we've been speaking on, I definitely have one of the main questions I want to ask you, and I ask everybody that's on the show that's going to be something that will be asked. Out of all these years of living, what did you really learn out of living life at this age that you at? What did you get out of it, and what can you tell anybody else about life in general?
I learned hesitation can hinder you. I learned not believing in yourself can hinder you. Trusting too many people can hinder you. You know what I'm saying? Getting off track. Like if you have a set goal, complete that goal. You know what I'm saying? By any means, like complete that goal. You know what I'm saying? Believe in yourself. Cause ain't nobody gonna believe in you nowhere.
Right.
Like honestly, like let's be real. Like nobody gonna believe. If you start from the mud, there's only gonna be a few motherfuckers that's gonna say, I seen where you came from, and I believe you from ground zero. People go attach themselves once they see the process
Right.
is growing. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
once they see you got a buzz or whatever you doing, then they'll believe it. So
Right.
you know, perception is reality. So some people in reality they don't see you being anything. So believe in yourself. So I'm gonna say that, like, believe in yourself. That's why I learned in life. You know, when I say don't hesitate, but also move accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you plan shit out, map it out, plan it out, manifest it. Make sure, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you got all your ducks in a row, because man, this life, you know, everybody know life is tricky. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And it's definitely short.
I think Forrest Gump said it best, man. It is like a box of chocolates. I don't know if they still sell box of chocolates.
Yeah, like that.
You don't know what you know what I'm saying? You don't know what you gonna get, bro. You don't know what situation you gonna get into, and everybody can vouch for that that's living.
Right.
If you really living and really conscious of your life, like, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, we all go through struggles, but you gotta, you know, believe in yourself. That's the life lesson I learned, man. Believe in yourself, because ain't nobody gonna believe in you but you. You gotta make them believe in it. It ain't by proving nothing to nobody but yourself. You know what I mean? So believe in yourself, man. That's a life lesson.
For the people that's curious, so far as 3 is concerned, which is you, is there anything that you have in mind that you're trying to branch off, or any kind of entrepreneur businesses, or anything that you're trying to get off the ground that can probably inspire somebody else, or better yet, you just, what does 3 have in the storage?
What I got in store, definitely trying to get the CDL thing off the ground. You know, like I said earlier, you know what I'm saying, I'm a weed connoisseur, so I definitely want to tap in with, you know what I'm saying, with that business, you know what I'm saying, because that's big business. And I love weed, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people that might be watching can agree on that. So definitely want to tap in legal, not street weed. I want to tap in, you know, the legal route. You know what I'm saying? And just like I said, get the CDL thing off the ground. I'm right there. I'm almost done with it. And I know the weed thing will be in the future, but other than that, just stay grounded, man. Stay, you know, stay tuned, man. We got more projects coming up. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the last time y'all gonna see me, you know what I'm saying? I know it'll be a minute, because like I say, I'm a camera shy nigga at heart. I'm breaking out of my shell. So just even doing this interview, you know what I'm saying? This is something we came up with just to give the people a little more of me. And you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate everybody that watched and that commented and said, you know, I did a good job. And all the other actors that did a great job, man, because like I say, once again, without them, it wouldn't be a movie. And so shout out to all of them. Y'all know who y'all are. Some of y'all, I know y'all. Some of y'all, I don't. But shout out to y'all as well. You know, the ones that know, you know, shout out to y'all, bro. And definitely, there's more to come, man. You know, shout out to my bro for making this happen. S4S. You know,
And
Big Boy, Neek, however y'all know him, you know, whatever name y'all know him by, man, he the genius of the operation, man, and he just had a vision, man, and he presented the vision to me and to all the other actors in the movie, and we gravitated to him, man. He's a genuine nigga, man. That's my brother. Everybody know what it is with me and him, man. That's my brother, man.
And
he talking to you like you third person, you know. You talking about that,
but like,
you know
check
what I'm
it out
saying?
though.
And everybody riding his vision, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody believe in him, man. And a lot of people came together to make it possible, bro. And they still coming together to make it possible. So shout out to all the actors, man. That's one thing I can say, because acting is fun, but it also could be hard, because you got to be on point. You forgetting your lines and you know the bloopers. Y'all saw the bloopers, so man, shout out to Neek, man. The real 90s, bro.
And it's a salute. And if you know, you know.